So today, what I'm here to talk about, my name is John Reynolds. We're here to talk about the implemented idea culture we're trying to create at Rockwell Automation. So we've heard a little bit about continuous improvement culture. This is a little bit different. So the reason why we're doing things a little bit differently, I want to explain a bit about our company. So we're a large industrial electrical company that makes independent components. We are an engineer-to-order business. Everything we make is different. So every single order is different. There's times when we'll go back, we'll make a product for an order, we'll never make that configuration ever again. We've never made it in the past. So we have to rely on the skill and the opportunities and the knowledge of all of our employees on the production floor and support departments to be able to kind of go through and be able to get the quality and get our customer service that we need. So we're going to go and play a video and just to show you some of what we're trying to do.
Hello, my name is John Reynolds. I'm the Continuous Improvement Manager for the Cambridge plant where we manufacture medium voltage starters and drives. I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about the implemented idea culture that we're trying to create and sustain at our facility. We're trying to place the emphasis on many small improvements that can be implemented quickly rather than large projects that could take months, even years to get done. As long as the idea doesn't create a safety hazard or a quality defect, we simply ask, does the idea make things better? If the answer is yes, then it should be implemented. Our culture relies on the engagement and the participation of every single team member. After all, they're the ones that deal with the frustrations every single day, as well as they're the ones who reap the benefits. Or, rather than explain further, I'd like to have one of our production team members explain one of his ideas to give you a glimpse of what can be accomplished by having the people that do the work provide the inspiration for improvement.
Hi, my name is John Smith, and I work at Cambridge facility, Rockwell. As a wire assembler, I was presented with a problem when installing magnetics. The power wire, once you have the line reactor in, the power wire is very difficult to reach and to bend and get to the proper position. It's hard on the forearms and the wrists, and it doesn't allow you to use much of the shoulders and the big muscles. So ergonomically, it's very difficult to do that way. The other option is to wire it up by using tape to measure out where the lugs are going to be, but that leaves you with lugs that aren't flat to the lugs on the magnetics, which creates stress on the lugs on the magnetics itself. After that, there's also the difficulty of reaching in with the lugger and trying to lug the lugs inside this machine. As you can see, there's very little room to do that. So I came up with the jig that emulates the lugs without having the magnetic in there, so that you can get fine inside and wire up to the jig and then put in the line reactor. So this is the jig I created to emulate the lugs on the line reactor. As you can see, you can adjust it in any configuration to emulate the lugs on the line reactor, so that once we put it inside the machine, we'll wire to these lugs and take it out, and that'll be the same as these. Okay, so here is the jig installed inside the machine. As you can see, it facilitates all kinds of room in here in order to get around. It solves the problem with being able to reach and use your shoulders to bend the wire. You can fit your tools in here to bend your wire. As you can see, there's lots of room. There's lots of room to lug your wire. And when you lug it, you can get it exactly flat to where it doesn't put any pressure on these lugs. And that's going to increase the quality. And when you put your line reactor in, these wires will just sit on these lug holes and line up perfectly.
So just want to cover a couple things. You heard in the comments is that if there's no safety concerns, we want to go ahead. If we don't find a quality defect, go ahead. We don't have to go back, we don't have to be complicated, we don't have to try and put a series of criteria on things. If we're fine with safety, we're fine with quality, go ahead. The gentleman who was in the video, Mr. Smith, the jig that he had, he made himself. It wasn't engineering who was going back doing it. He wasn't along those lines. He used parts that he had available, he created that jig himself. One of the tools that he was actually showing to use, he actually created that tool in his garage. Going back and creating and having that opportunity to kind of, as the second West Cam, to go back and be engaged in the process and really be part of the process. So again, I do want to pause. We talked a lot about different things, but we really haven't talked about recognition. We said we don't provide any recognition to team members for doing ideas, for implementing ideas, for making the job better. We're asking them to make their job simpler. That's part of the reward. We do provide a nominal recognition, so similar to things like quality, delivery, yield. We actually task all our departments with a number of ideas that they implement every single time. We actually do it on a weekly basis. So we do provide recognition to departments when they hit their targets, just like we would do with any other metric. But we don't provide any recognition or reward to people for specific ideas. It eliminates a lot of some of the headaches that companies have, where now we start judging people's ideas as to merit. Well, this idea saved $100,000. We need to go back and give that person some recognition. No, they're not getting any ideas or recognition from the ideas, but we're doing the ideas to make things better. And then as we continue to see on some of the future slides going forward, as we continue bringing that level of ideas up, we would probably, if we're providing recognition, we'd probably bankrupt